Ladies and gentlemen, you might want to buckle up for this one. It's going to be a bumpy ride. First things first, I'm not going into this with any sort of connection to the games. I'm just going in as a moviegoer, as a enjoyer and lover of movies, just taking it at face value for what it is. I have nothing to base it off of with the games. I have nothing to compare it to. This is just as a movie. And oh boy, what was that? That was terrible. Like, that was so bad. One of the worst movies of the year, without a doubt. It's not that often that you go to the movie theater and have zero fun. Like, even a bad movie you can have some fun with, or even a movie that you think is a 4 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10, you can have a little fun with, or you can enjoy some aspect about the movie. But there was nothing about this that I enjoyed. I had zero fun watching this movie in theaters today. First off, every beat was insanely predictable. It was every cliche you've ever seen in an action comedy before. Like, you could predict every single thing that happens in this movie, or you could pinpoint it to, oh yeah, I've seen that in this movie, and I've seen that in that movie before. It was just so generic and so bland and cookie cutter and formulaic, and it was just miserable. I didn't enjoy watching the story unfold because I knew exactly what was going to happen. And on top of that, the pacing does not help things either. The first couple of acts are insanely slow and take forever to get anywhere, and it's just generic filler. And then the third act is just over in a blip, and that's that. And it's crazy that even with a 100-minute runtime, they still couldn't get a good grasp at the pacing. Let's talk about some of the other elements of this movie. Nothing was funny. I didn't laugh a single time. I think throughout the entire movie, I heard one chuckle from one person at a joke, or at an attempt of a joke. To call it a joke is a great exaggeration. But yeah, I heard one chuckle the entire movie, and there's a lot of attempted jokes. There's a lot of attempts at jokes, and I got one chuckle in my Thursday night 7:45 preview showing. That's like when the fans are coming out to see this thing, and nobody was enjoying themselves, it seemed like. Now, I do have a gripe with the world building in this movie, and this is kind of where my lack of any knowledge about the Borderlands games kind of comes into play, because it just felt like there was a ton that I didn't know and that the movie neglected to explain. And I think a lot of that would have been solved if I knew something about the games, if I knew anything about the worlds and the political landscape and all that. If I had understood that, if I had played the games, I'm sure I would have understood that. But as somebody who hasn't played the games, I was just going to watch the movie. There's a lot that I felt like I missed being explained or was just tossed in, and we were just expected to kind of take it at face value. Now, there is one thing that is keeping me from scoring this a 1 out of 10 or seeing this movie as a complete and total dud, and that is Ariana Greenblatt. She really does do a great job in this movie, or at least she shows a lot of potential that could be used better in a better project. Not this. But yeah, if you have half a brain, don't go see this movie. Don't go see it. Every single person that I've talked to about this movie before I went and saw it tonight had zero interest in seeing this movie. And I'm here to tell you that your lack of interest is valid. Don't go waste your time. Don't go see this movie. Go see something better. Pretty much anything will be better than this. But let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Maybe you really liked Borderlands. Tell me that I'm wrong in the comments. I'd love to hear if I'm missing out on something. Also, should I play the games? I've heard they're really good, but I haven't played them, and I don't want this movie to keep me from playing a great game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.